Oh, it's Friday. It's Friday, and thank goodness it's Friday. Well, this week was there was so much going on this week. I can't even tell you. I don't know if you've had a week like this where the budget's due, and then you have to make a report, and then you actually are delivering a presentation, and then you have two committees that you're on, and then somebody's interviewing you. There was so much that I am welcoming the weekend. Oh my goodness. I forgot what his name is, but I didn't get paid today. But Johnny Kemp,
Just
Friday,
paid
paid, Friday.
Friday night.
I don't have no money in my pocket, but I can dream. And so I'm welcoming everybody to the Women's Leadership Forum Forward platform. Oh my goodness. I am so happy to have you all here today because we have lots to talk about. This has been a theme that's been going on throughout this week between self-care and what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about tribes today and what they mean and who you should have and why they're important and who to leave behind. Okay, because that's true. We're going to talk about that because it's important. It's important if you're trying to move your business where, Jameece?
Forward.
If you're trying to move your business forward. So I'm going to encourage you all to take note. We're going to slow this thing down and have discussion on it. Because I had, an encounter this week with someone who was grappling about a client. They were grappling about a client. The client was not kind. And they were providing a service to the client. The client wanted them to go beyond the scope of work and wanted to pay less than what was on the charts. Now, even if you're dealing with the client for a long time, things can change.
Things can change.
People can start out in your tribe and change in your tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's important to examine the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who is in your tribe may not be your supporter. And I consider customers can be your greatest tribe because they are your greatest form of advertisement.
That's right.
Free word of mouth is a great form of advertising. They also can do you in if you're not about your business, if you're not about your business. But in this instance, for what I know, the person was about their business, and it seems as though the client was using them to get all that they can and a bag of chips and didn't want to pay. It's not a good situation.
Right.
It's not a good feeling because you want to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And sometimes you have to weigh it. You have to weigh those situations. You have to weigh those situations and say, is it worth your health? Is it worth physical health, mental health? Is the money actually worth it for all the things that you do? Could you make twice as much with two other, another client or two other clients in their place? So today I am welcoming Jameece Pinckney of High Quest and Logo to Market. Okay. Who we're going to talk about these tribes because, especially for women, men brush off stuff much easier than women do. And sometimes that deals with our emotions. And we have to understand who we're dealing with, and why we're dealing with them.
Mm-hmm.
So today, I'm so happy to have Jameece here to talk about this tribe because it is part of self-care. It is part of this. We're still in May and with Mental Health Awareness Month. We want for it all to line up so that you can move your business forward. So I welcome Jameece to the table.
Thank you so much, Colette. One of my favorite people.
All right.
I am all here for it. And thank you again for allowing me to continue my series, It's Your Business, in this platform. So looking forward to Third Fridays. Hello, audience, everyone out there, as the pastor used to say in TV land. In this case, is virtual land. No, I'm so excited about this topic. It's very important that you are very cognizant of the people you have in your love fest, your circle. And so I'm looking forward to engaging for the next few minutes talking about who those characters should be and who those characters should not be.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you consider a tribe? Whether it's good or bad, what is a tribe?
So, I think a tribe, those persons, individuals who you would consider a part of your core. You have those people who are at a distance for you from the perimeter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have those that are more in the inner circle. They're getting a little closer. Those are the ones that you share some of the more intimate, tightly knit information, your closer supporters. And then you have, that 2 or 3 that's your ride or die. So I think depending on, if you're talking about business, you definitely want to have some key people that's in your core, in your inner circle and in the perimeter, right? That's going to help you, that can help you move that business forward. And, I would say some of those, and again, we want to just quickly hit on some of the easy things, the easy persons or, programs and resources that everyone can take away as to who you can have as a part of your tribe. And you're talking about business, it's really important that you have the right people around you in your circle, as you're moving forward. And I just want to start by talking about number 1, which is programs and resources. The people who operate some of these programs and resources, they are really, really key to offer up some when you're in business, whether you're starting or you have an existing business. I think it's important for you to connect yourself with people like or programs like the SBA, who is all for small business. You want organizations and people that's going to help promote the success, foster the professional growth and development of your small business success. Anyone other than that, you just need to leave them alone. But you have organizations like the SBA, SCORE. SCORE is another organization, in my experience, that has mentoring and educational tools to help small businesses grow. You have your local chambers of commerce. You have these individuals who are working in these in the different chambers that are all about the small business growth and development. The economic development divisions of these chambers are there to help small businesses grow. Your PTACs, those are your procurement technical assistance centers. Those people are there to help the small businesses grow. So you're talking about free, mentoring, free training in a lot of cases, classes and courses and things that you can connect with, as your peripheral. These are folks on the outer perimeter who are helping you and want to see the small business success. On a more personal note, as you get closer in, you have those mentors, people that you look up to, that you can connect with, that will help you drive your business forward. And some may say, well, what is the purpose of having a mentor? Or how do I know I have the right mentor? Or how do I even go about asking someone to be my mentor? To that I say, have the conversation. If you have someone you look up to, someone over the years who've provided you sound advice, you're on the job and you see others that are kind of excelling and you want to tap into that resource, have that conversation with them and just really be frank,
Mhm.
and they can either say, yes, I'm all for it, or they may say, well, you know what? Being a mentor is an investment. They're getting ready to invest their time and resources into you. And they may just say, now is not the time, or I can't do it. It's not anything for you to take personally. However, you may want to just consider going down your list. But I think it's important for you to have mentors as another part of your tribe, one or two mentors, perhaps, that's a personal mentor and one for the business. You can have more than one mentor that
Yeah,
will
and
help.
I was gonna chime in there to just say that you can have different mentors for different things.
That's
Like
right.
if you find a mentor who is great at customer service,
Mm-hmm.
right, and has that whole Chick-fil-A thing going for them,
My
and
pleasure.
my pleasure,
My pleasure.
and you're trying to get there. You're trying to get there. You're asking them for the and pardon the phrase, the secret sauce. You're
The secret
asking
sauce.
them
That's right.
how does that work for them, and where they're getting repeat customers.
That's right.
So you can ask for mentors in different categories.
That's right. And, I just want to add to that, when you're looking for a mentor, what are some of the things you should look for, in that mentor? Someone who's going to add value,
Oh
going to
yeah.
add value to your life, and what you're trying to pursue to your business. Somebody who's going to give you, this is probably the number one, give you honest feedback. You don't want people in your tribe and in your corner that's going to always just say, yes, yes, Jameece, no, yes, Jameece, yes, Jameece, and not anyone that says, no, Jameece, that's not the way you should. No, that's not the direction you should, you know.
Right.
So you want to have someone that's going to give you honest feedback, someone that's going to actively listen to you. So you're talking to them, they're hearing you, but they're really is resonating with them so that they can give you sound advice. Someone really, even though we're talking about different mentors, it would be nice that if you're in a business, you have someone that who knows the industry that you're working in and operating in,
Mm-hmm.
right? To some degree, because they can add an extra level, a layer of value because they know exactly what you're doing. But that's not an absolute, because you can have more than one mentor that's accomplishing a different goal, across the board. Someone that's constantly learning, right? So you have mentors, I'm always educating myself. And the more I know, the more I can share with you. So those are just some things that you may want to look for when you are considering a mentor. So that's number two. Again, the first one is having programs and resources that you can connect with in your peripheral. Then you want to add your mentors that you kind of include into that inner circle. In addition to mentors, I would say number three would be strategic partners. The strategic partnerships are, I think, really critical because as you grow, they can help your circle expand. You don't always want to be in that circle because if everybody in the circle is doing the same thing, who are you gleaning from, right? So you're
Mm-hmm.
always putting yourself in a position to where you're wanting to reach to that next level. So
Can I was going to just add, uh, the quote that if you are the smartest one in the room, you need to find another room
you need to find another room and another circle.
and another circle. Well, that's what I mean. You need
Move
another
into your,
circle.
you need moving to another tribe.
Yeah.
It's time to move to the next tribe.
Yeah.
you know so the great thing about strategic partnerships is as you scale and as you grow,
Mm-hmm.
right, sometimes it makes sense to start aligning yourself with other folks that are like your business or other businesses, or forming partnerships that's going to help you advance. And what
Yeah.
does that do? It adds value again to you and your business and theirs, right? It increases brand awareness because you all are out there now to become one. And so now you all have your business lines, you're growing, we're out here on social media, you're pushing, plugging away, and that ultimately leads to what? Profit, long-term profit ship. Now,
Cha-ching. Ching.
the other side is now you do have some bad business partners out here. So you got to be mindful, be strategic, be thoughtful, be prayerful
Do your
about who you
homework. Do
do
your
your
homework.
homework, who you align yourself with, because everybody, every organization, every company doesn't always make a good partner. So you have to make sure that who you're partnering with is in alignment with your goals, your strategic goals, and what your company is trying to do so that both of you can move forward.
Move forward.
And the bass
Yeah.
voice.
And you're trying to create win-wins.
You're trying to create win-wins.
Yeah, you're trying to create win-wins.
Yeah. So that takes us to, so what do we have? Number one, you got your programs and your resources. You got number two, your mentors that are in your inner circle along with your strategic partners.
Absolutely.
And so now you're moving into that core. Who are they, Colette? Those family and friends, those most trusted.
That you tell that
people.
That deep secret.
That's right. The ones that, you rely on. There's comfort with family and friends, right? And there's a lot of advantages to having your family and friends be that support base as you are in business, as you're trying to grow your business, as you're trying to scale your business. And I would just say some of those advantages, let's talk about the advantages first. Because now you're talking about your core and what do we want to do? Ultimately, move our business forward. We're here about the profit. We want to grow. We want to be successful. So the advantages of work or having your family, friends, either working with you or just supporting you is because you're working with people you trust. So the number one, in your core, you don't have anybody in your core circle or in your tribe that you don't trust. Now, occasions throughout your life career in a span, you may have a Judas or so that surfaces. Yeah. Only time will tell. Sometimes you don't always know where they lie. But for the most part, as humans, we have family and friends. These are people that we trust. You have family and friends because they are vested, right? You have people who are vested in your work. They believe in what you do. It's inspiring. It's encouraging. We have an entrepreneur in the family, and so it gives you, it's inspirational. They share your core values. I mean, a lot of times your friends and your family, this is how you were raised. So you're surrounding yourself with people that share the same values. It's a family-owned opportunity, right? So everyone wants to leave a legacy. So it's comfort in knowing that if you have your family and friends around you, I can build a legacy. I have, we want to leave something for our kids and our grandkids. And as long as I have my family and friends and people that I know in my core, we can move that forward. For those businesses that have family and friends working for them, they may feel a sense of security, right? That, what, I'm working for family, I got a job, we're growing, I'm going to be here. And that means it's going to be flexible. They're going to be flexible. I have great working conditions. I think a big advantage of family and friends is that you have this degree of loyalty, right? Because bringing people sometimes from the outside in, over time, you create that trust, you create that loyalty, but there's loyalty there. And again, it's a sense of a comfort. And I think this is a big one. You know what you're getting already. It's kind of the lesser of two evils. Family and friends, you're in your core, you grew up with them. Well, Johnny is good for making deliveries, or Johnny is good for showing up. And so we know what we're going to get. And I think those are some advantages to having your friends and your family in your core in that circle as a part of your tribe, as you're trying to build and expand. And, at times you have those that may want to invest, right? So they're looking at the big picture. So they may say, well, I got 1,000 on it. I can put $5,000 into the business to help you grow. I can help do some deliveries for free. Don't worry about it. So there are a lot of advantages, I think, to having your family and friends as a part of your team.
I also think that they can help you to formulate your motive for doing what you're doing. Because I think that family and friends, why? That's the first question that I believe that they ask. Why do you want to do that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you are true to your business, you should have your why. It's important to have your why.
It's important to have your why, and I think that even goes to one of the questions that I asked in another series I'm working on. Don't go into business if you don't know your consumer. You don't know the business. right? Ask yourself, you got to first ask yourself, do you understand what you're doing? Why me? Why now? Why today? Why do I feel like I can be that one that's going to be successful in this? And if you can't answer that question, you probably should put a pause in it right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you can't answer that question, then you're probably on good footing to continue on in that journey. And family and friends in your core are certainly instrumental in helping push you along. So number 1, programs and resources. 2, mentors and strategic partners is 3. And in your inner circle, your core, or your family and friends. Then that takes us to that category that we really want to talk about, Ms. Colette.
All right now.
Those people who you don't want in your circle.
Yeah. That is the circle on the other side. That's not an inner circle. It's not an outer circle. It's a circle way over there. And they're the outsiders looking in. Well, you want them to be outsiders looking in.
Right. Yeah, I mean, their life experiences, trial and error. You're not going to always have those folks that's going to be for you. You can even tell there are some friends and folks that you can tell, what, I'm going into business. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm getting ready to launch this and launch that. And they're saying, oh, that's great. But they don't really necessarily mean that that's great, right? So you have that force that's kind of working against you, or they're not being really as encouraging as you would like.
Right. Their why is a little different. Their why is, why you want to do that?
Why do you want to do that?
Why would you want to do that?
With a certain tone. Why do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Why are you going back to school to do that? Is that important? You done spent all of your 20s in school. Why you think you can go back to get it, further your goals and your education in your 30s?
Yes.
You're 50 years old. Are you still wanting to try to? Yes, I do. Because there's something that's deep-seated, embedded in me, and I have this burning desire, to fulfill this lifelong dream and everything is about timing, So while you don't want to shun your family and friends and those or individuals who may not necessarily come forward with that, oh, happy, joy. But you sometimes in business, as you're growing, you have to deal with people where they are, right? And with a long handled spoon, in order to continue your vision, right? Seeing your vision through with prayer. I would just say to you, if you're out there and you're struggling and you have people who are not so much in your corner, you just got to use wisdom, right? And discernment, and really trying to, you again, it's through trial and error. I use this analogy all the time. Forrest Gump said it best. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Right. And sometimes you don't know what you're going to get until they're there, they're working, and then you open up that box. You bite into one of the chocolate pieces and it's nougat. Well, you weren't looking for nougat. You might bite into a piece of chocolate and it's nuts. Well, you weren't looking for the nuts either. You just wanted a good piece of chocolate. Right. But the point is, you don't know what you're going to get. And then what do you do when you're facing that situation? What do you do? Do you shun them? Do you push them away? So you have to just use wisdom and discernment. You still treat people with respect, but you have to respectfully decline.
Yeah. Right? And sometimes you have to have that conversation to say,
Absolutely.
I'm trying to center myself with positive energy.
That's right.
Positive energy. And I honestly believe that how you're relating to me at this moment, it feels as though you are not my cheerleader. And I need cheerleaders right now, because the mountain that I'm trying to climb is tough. It's tough. And so while you might not understand what it is that I'm doing, I still need a promoter. I still need somebody who's going to encourage me. I still need somebody who's going to push and pull so that I can get to the other side.
So let's balance that too. because now you do have folks who are trying to, they're saying that, they're pursuing a business. Everybody in the family know little Johnny. He's been trying to sell cups of grass for many, many years, right? Or
Right.
lemonade.
Right.
And, he's been asking everybody to try to help out all these years. And, we know little Johnny. We just, we know what little Johnny is, what he's about. And so
Yeah.
you have that side of, how serious are you really about your
Yeah.
business?
Right. Right. Every time I hand you $10, I never get my $10 back.
That's
Right.
right.
I
That's
never get
real.
my
That's real
$10, but
talk.
you keep asking me for $10. Right.
That's real talk. That's real talk. So we that's the other side of it. So you may have if you're listening and you're thinking, okay, well, I'm that one. I'm the little Johnny, and I know my family and friends are telling me, they're keeping it real with me. I've been trying all these years, but I'm not really serious. You have that side too. So, there is a balance, but for those that are out there that are really serious, you are really on this trajectory. You're thinking about trying to get into business, and you've pulled your plan together. You have these skills that, that says, I'm ready to go. You're believing in yourself. You have your tribe of folks around you. You've done your research in the programs and resources. You've identified a mentor. You have, potentially lined up a couple of partnerships, and that may not even come until down the line. I interjected and included strategic partnerships because as you grow and as you scale, those are people or companies or businesses that you can align yourself with down the line. But then you really get to that core, your family and friends, and that's where your strength is. And so that tribe can be as tight and as strong as you would like for it to be, or need it to be, or not. But as you grow and as you scale, this is not an elevator ride, right? In doing business, it's a stair climb. And so, and everybody can't fit on the stairs. So the higher you go, and everybody can't even fit in the elevator, even if you were trying to go straight to the top, everybody can't fit in the elevator.
Not
But
if we social distance, right?
not if we so there's two to an elevator. Two to an elevator.
I'm just saying. So listen,
Right.
let me ask you this question, Jameece. What do you think? Okay, and you have tribe members. I have tribe members. What was the most fruitful conversation that you had with one of your tribe members?
The most fruitful?
Yeah, that you found wow, they made me really think about myself, my business, moving it forward. What was that question or that conversation that just, I really had to go back and think about myself and my business?
That is a fabulous question. And I'm going to tell you, I had an experience with one of my strategic partners. As you know, I am a government contractor, small woman-owned small business. And, again, our firm, we're headquartered out here in Gainesville, Virginia, and we focus on acquisition, some program project management, IT, far-reaching artificial intelligence. As a government contractor, there are a multitude of opportunities out there, and so this strategic partner came by. He wanted to just come and see how we're doing, how I'm doing. And we had a conversation. He said, Jameece, I think what you're doing is good. But there's one piece of advice I want to give you. And that is stop. Well, actually, he made the comment first. Well, he asked, how many different agencies are you pursuing? For example, what are you chasing? What opportunities are you pursuing? And I began to share with him, these are some of the opportunities, and they're coming from here across a multitude of agencies, and there's advice that typically is given to small businesses, especially, that you need to be focused when you're growing and trying to expand in this space. And so he said, let me give you a piece of advice. Stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. And, that has resonated with me for the last couple of years, and everyone on my team knows that don't bring me or introduce these opportunities that we know we can't, really fully pursue. Even myself, I have to look at opportunities still and say, you know what, Jameece, you can't go after that. Stick to what you know. If you stick to what you know, you grow. And that's what I have latched on to. So I would say, having, first of all, him being in my tribe as a strategic partner, someone who's had a real conversation with me, and I in turn had to look at myself, because at that point I was chasing whatever I thought we could probably go after, because you want to win. And so, but it's not always beneficial, it's not always cost effective. But when you stick to what you will certainly grow, and stick to that mantra. And I have to say that for me, in the success of my business and wanting to see continued success, that has worked. And so I share that, and I offer that if you're out there, he's not necessarily a mentor, but I see him in some ways as a business mentor. He's more of a strategic partner. And but that's a piece of advice that I would give. If you're out there and you can't do everything, take your business, what you do well, and go and grow with that.
Yeah, so, I usually say, this is not only in business, but I also say this to my team at work: stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Don't drive all over the highway. Stay in your lane. People, they know my benefits manager. I'm not a benefits manager. You can come to me and ask me about some benefits, but I'm going to say the benefits manager is over here. Okay. I don't have your file either. The file person, they're over here.
That's right.
So, everybody has their own lane of expertise. And in business, when you decide what it is that you are going into business for, be the expert in that. Be that go-to person. I was joking about Chick-fil-A. We going for that sandwich. Now, some of y'all gonna go to Popeyes, but okay, whatever. You know where to go for the chicken.
And I'm going for the my pleasure.
Okay. And why are you going for the my pleasure? Because what they are known for is the customer service. And that's what you want. And everybody knows that. Even the people who go to the other places for chicken. Right. They know that if you want customer service, then you go to Chick-fil-A. We're not endorsing Chick-fil-A, but just if that's what you want, right, you're going to Chick-fil-A. Be that name and stand. You know what? I'm going back to what my mother, stand for something. And that's staying in your lane. Staying in your lane and being the best in your lane.
That's right.
Be that Mercedes in that lane, right?
That's right. That's right.
And it goes. Yeah. And your customers will come to you.
And I think that goes to, you mentioned earlier, the logo to market, the initiative that falls right in line, with what we're trying to do with that, the B's, the BBBBs and the B's. So believing in yourself, believing that you can do this business is number one. Number two, building. These are part of your building blocks, your stair steps, right? Building that foundation. And then you going into the branding, the brand awareness, depending on who you have in your tribe and how effective they are, can impact your brand. If you have people in your business that are not, for you, or have kind of dissuaded you and got you off track in social media wilding out, that can impact your brand. And you are your brand, so, and people associate you with the people that you have around you, right? So all
just
of that
is that conversation today. Had that conversation today. We could get on social media and blast each other, but if you have a business, people look at that as, is that how you service your customers?
Indeed.
Is that what happens in your business? And so you want to be careful. You want to be careful about what you're saying, because when you own a business, I don't care if it's mowing lawns, okay, which is a fine business because they make
Very
good
fine, and
money.
they've done very well through
They
this
make
pandemic.
good
Done
money.
very well. The increase has done very
Okay.
well. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're doing that on one page and then you're swinging the poles on the other page, some people gonna wonder, is that where I'm going? Now, somebody might want all that together, but you might detract people from being a part of your business or patronizing you if they can't figure out, if your brand is not clear to them.
Exactly. Which takes us to my next B in banking on your business, which there's a lot in that's packaged in that banking, but ultimately you want to be profitable, right? And so you don't want to have people in your tribe that's going to impact your bottom line, right? And take away from that bottom line. So brand awareness and the branding piece is huge, but then I say, at the end of the day, the one of the latter B's is don't break. Your challenges, you have this trajectory across the B's, the believing, the building, the branding, the banking, but you can't break. It can be daunting in business. You looking at the grass on the other side, you think it's green until you step over there. It's hard. You can't just wake up.
Social media can make you think that.
Yeah, social media, they paint
can
this
make
picture.
You think that.
TV can make you think that. Anything is, and so it's hard work. It is hard work, and you just can't wake up today and say, "Oh, I'm going to go into business," without doing a lot of planning and preparation. But my encouragement is, but don't break. Stay positive, be encouraged. Your tribe has a lot to do with that, right? Particularly your core. That's going to help push you along, help catapult you, encourage you to say, hey, you can do this. You got this, and we got you. In those stress days, we got you. So I just want to offer that, the logo to market, the B's of building your business and moving, which will ultimately help you move your business forward.
I want to before we end, I just want to say this to the viewing audience. Your true tribe, your core tribe is just that. It's a core. It is a core. It is a sacred group of people. It is not the number of likes that you get on your page.
Oh no.
It is not how many people you met at the club, if that's still going on. It is not all the people at the picnic. It is not how many people that you can gather. At the end of the day, they are the people who very much support you in your vision.
That's right.
They are supporting you in your vision. And what I'm seeing out there sometimes is that people have a tough time with the commentaries, particularly on social media, that something happened and somebody criticized what you are doing. You will always have somebody that critiques you, that is jealous of you, that is not in your corner. As Taylor Swift says, you got to brush it off, because you have to, here's another thing, be about your business. You don't have time. You don't have time to address all of that if you are about your business. If you are so busy addressing the people who are not in your corner, that is time that you could have spent building the building blocks of getting bank in your budget, I'm trying to use some B's here, if you will.
Get some B's in, girl. Get some B's in.
Okay. Be about your business. Be about your business. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them, because you may think they're doing you in, but Michelle Obama did say it. Take that high road.
Yeah, when they go low, you go high.
Yeah, that's right. And the best way to attack your enemy is with your success.
That's right. And guess what? The fact that you have the haters out there, you should appreciate it, actually, because that means they watching, and it should keep you striving and motivating you to to continue moving forward. You can't stop right there in the middle of the mess. Let them dwell in the mess themselves. You rise above, step over, put a handkerchief down, step over it, and keep it moving forward.
Yes. I for those who, if I dare say that they are my enemies, I see that as competition. It strikes a flame, some kind of flame in me I'm going to prove you wrong.
That's right.
I'm going to prove you wrong. So thank you. Thank you, because it ignited that flame that made me want to do better and show the greatness. And 9 times out of 10, I feel like I succeed at that. People don't understand that. I don't have to explain that to them. I don't try to do my enemies in. It's a waste of energy.
You pray for them, and you just continue, you keep it moving. We're commanded to walk in love, and you still have to demonstrate that.
Absolutely.
No matter what you do, in order for your business to still be successful. You don't want to strike revenge and start plotting against people who you think are plotting against
Absolutely.
You. That never bodes well, right? So you have to be positive. You have to overlook, ask the Lord to give you grace, to, just not even really see those things, because you have another vision. You have your vision that you have to focus on. And so, that encouragement again is, the haters are going to be out there, people who don't like you. You're going to have people in your core, as I mentioned earlier, that one person who you may not learn about them until so that's who was at the core of my my demise. But, no weapon formed against you will prosper if you stay positive and you're staying in your lane and you are, focus on your trajectory and to build out your vision. You can't see anything but success.
Right. And
sometimes
you remember
the B's.
And sometimes in your strength, as you are doing that, you actually right size that other person.
That's right.
Sometimes they end up seeing where they were wrong. They might not admit it, but they then come around and they end up being your biggest supporter.
Just because you treated them with kindness, what they meant for evil, it turned around to be for your good.
Right.
And ultimately, they're good too. They're good too.
Yeah. So with that, okay, we are, oh gosh, again, we are beyond that time period, but this is such a rich conversation, and I appreciate it, because the tribe thing deals with ego. It deals with, our emotions, and it's real for a lot of people, not only in business, but even outside of business, that whole friends and atmosphere or
crabs in a barrel.
Yeah, crabs in a barrel, women, and, and so, I'm encouraging everyone to rewind and replay, because what we're saying is not just from, for today. It's coming out of our own experiences. It's coming out of our own experiences. And trust me, my tribe is small. It's really small. And I appreciate that. I appreciate it, because I know who to go to. I know at 2 a.m. if I'm going to call. They might be a little sleepy when I call them, but they will take my call, because they understand something's bothering me, or something I need to get off my chest, and they're willing to help me in that situation. And I do mean help me.
Right.
So I want to say to the viewing audience, We are here as encouragers. Any of the women that you see on the screen here, and when I'm talking about here, I mean any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 6 p.m. on this platform, we are all here to help you in moving your business forward. If you're at a starting point and you're trying to figure out your whys, we're still here.
You're still here.
If you are in the middle of your business, like you're at a peak, and you're trying and it's plateaued, and you need to have conversation with one of the tribe members here, you need to reach out to us, because we have sage advice for that. And if we don't have it, guess what?
We know
any one of the people that Jameece mentioned, or the entities or the strategic partners, we can put you in touch with those people.
That's right.
And even if you're trying to exit, because some people are trying to exit, we got somebody for that too. We're resourceful. We are resourceful. We are touting ourselves as a business of women, a tribe of women who can give you information that you could use to elevate you in your home, in your community, and in your workplace. And so we're asking that you continue to tune into us, continue to be with us, and subscribe and be a resource. If you have resources that you feel as though, other women can use, please join us. And so you may ask, and I'm searching here, you may ask how. Here's the website, forwardwlf.org, or you can find us through our hashtag forwardwlf. It is as simple as putting your email address in there. We have once a month a newsletter, and then we have special events that you can participate in. And let me just tell you one that Jameece is going to be leading. Oh my gosh, I'd be remiss. We have a business mastermind. You heard her here today. Do you want to participate in a mastermind, a virtual mastermind business class that will help propel your business forward, right? And here's my part. I'm the founder, so I'm declaring it Founders Day, okay? July the 10th. It's a 4-hour course. If you're interested, drop me a line. We're going to talk more about it as we get closer, because we want you to propel your business forward.
And Colette, I cannot wait to share with each of you tips and trends and information that we believe is going to change your life. So sign up. You don't want to miss this inaugural boot camp, if you will, of women that will just going to walk away with a wealth of information that's going to be life-changing for you and your business. I am all here for it. Can't wait.
All right. So wait a minute. I got to tell you, all right, for the non-cook and for the cooks who are experienced on Monday, guess who's coming? It's Sharon. And Sharon, oh my Lord, I don't know. She's the only person I know can whip up something in 10 minutes.
Did you get your lobster mac and cheese yet?
Why are you telling everybody I had that?
Did you did get it? Because I didn't get you. Did you say you got it? Because I didn't get mine. I'm gonna have to send her another message. What's going on? Because last time we had this conversation, neither one of us had that mac. She had just posted it. We hadn't gotten it.
Sorry, I got mine.
You looking a little sheepish there. Does that mean that
I got mine? It was good. It was good.
That lobster mac and okay, all right. I'm sending her a message as soon as we.
You send her that message, and I'll send her a message to make sure that she's here on Monday, because I can't wait to find out what we're going to learn how to cook on Monday.
That's awesome.
She has simple ingredients, and she's a chef. She owns RX Catering,
Our experience.
Oh my God, I can't wait. So with that, I'm hoping to see all of you all on Monday. I want you all to have a beautiful weekend. Continue to be safe. Be prudent out there. Keep self-care ahead of you, and that means following all the rules. I know they lifted the mask protocols, but make sure you do the wise thing. Do the wise thing and be safe, because we love you all. So with that, Jameece, I appreciate you being here and dropping those nuggets. Okay, if y'all don't catch the number, we had 6 things.
Five.
We had 5 things. You're going to have to catch that on the replay, y'all. Catch it on the replay, because you want to move your business where, Jameece?
Forward. And come back and see me next month. Is Your Business series part 3. Can't wait to share.
All right now. Okay, everybody out there, be good. Take care. And we will see you on Monday.
God bless.